Hello Gemini, this is Vanessa from Celestial Soul Tarot and welcome to your monthly reading for October 2022. Thanks so much for joining me. So we'll take a look into the energies of October. Let's see what's coming through for Gemini. Right, this is a general reading. Keep that in mind. This could be in regards to any area of your life, right? So let's take a look here. What's coming through for Gemini for October 2022. Right, what does Gemini need to know at this time? Okay, so taking a look at the recent past, right, we have the Five of Cups. Present energy, we have the Five of Wands. As your challenge, we have the Eight of Wands. What's hidden from you, Gemini, is the Ten of Swords. The help that is coming is the Three of Swords. And the Two of Cups is the energy moving into November. Ooh, what do we have coming through here for Gemini? Five of Swords. We have three fives coming through this reading. The Ten of Swords, the Three of Swords. So we have 5 out of the 7 cards are difficult, right? But moving into November, we have the Two of Cups. So there's a need to feel hopeful and optimistic here, Gemini, right? Five of Swords, this is difficult. The fives are challenges, difficulties, the need to overcome all kinds of obstacles within a situation here. This is somebody who needs to have the last word. Right? Somebody who has a burning bridges kind of energy to it as well. Very cold, very hostile communication. So whether this is you communicating or other people communicating with you, could be vice versa, could be a little bit of both, who knows. This is someone who's like cutting up people out of their life, right? Or this is somebody who has something to say and they're going to say it because they have a strong opinion and this is what they believe to be true, but it's painful for the other people to hear, whatever it is that you're saying. Maybe it is an opinion, who knows? But it's difficult energies here, right? And so taking a look at the past here, we have the Five of Cups. Now, this is an energy of sorrow, a lot of sadness, because there's some disappointments here with relationships, right? So whether this is between you and one other person, or maybe it's a variety of people in your life, there's an energy of failure and of guilt, regret, saying what you shouldn't have said, feeling like, oh man, this has a foot in your mouth type of energy, Gemini. Maybe you put your foot in your mouth and said something you didn't mean to say, but you can't take it back. Once it's out, right? Or you did something, but again, the swords are verbal. So I feel like you had some sort of verbal confrontation and now you can't take that back. And now there's disappointment, maybe some guilt or regret involved here, a lot of sadness and pain, right? But not always lost here. Right, there we have 2 shiny cups coming through. So maybe there was some relationships that you lost along the way in regards to what you were saying, how you were saying it, right? Some very strong energies, but for some of you, maybe this is an opportunity to save this relationship or connection. And you had some conflict with this, maybe it's one individual, and you kind of just parted ways temporarily. Well, maybe some of you, there's an opportunity to come back together, right? That sort of thing. Or maybe it's with coworkers, right? We have all kinds of drama. Someone who needs, again, people who like to talk over each other, constantly arguing day and day and day and day and day, every day, all day, right? Constantly arguing. Right. And it's this difficult situation here that I feel like some of you are kind of stuck in, where maybe you put your foot in your mouth and you said something and you can't take it back. There's some guilt maybe that you're carrying and disappointment within yourself but it's like you keep experiencing this same energy, and it feels like it's possibly the same situation, or it could be multiple situations that you deal with. Maybe one of us at work, and then if you come home and it's your partner, or maybe it's with your friends, or maybe it's like the online community and social media, and it's like people behind their keyboards and needing to be those keyboard warriors and, hiding behind their computer screens. Who knows? Could be a variety of energies, but aggressive nonetheless. Very cold, very harsh, okay? So what are we doing now? Well, the challenge here is the Eight of Wands. Get yourself back out there and start communicating again. But there's some, how do I say this? It's some freeing energy coming through here. This energy comes across as very tight. Someone who's strong, has these strong held beliefs, and this is my opinion, and this is how I see things, and right? Very aggressive type of energy, okay? This energy, it's communication, but it's open-minded. The challenge is to be open-minded in regards to the information that you're getting from other people with these wands, listening to their opinions. What do they have to say? But be open-minded. Let it just kind of flow through your fingers. Let it just flow through the air. And it doesn't even have to hit the ground. And maybe you don't agree with what they're saying, but you don't have to stir the pot. This is someone who stirs the pot and a pot again and again, right? So this is the ability to have people say what they want to say, have people have their own opinions, their own beliefs, the right for you to say what you want to say. But every time perhaps somebody says something, or somebody does something, or has a comment, maybe you don't need to be the keyboard warrior all the time. Or maybe, if somebody has something to say to you, maybe you don't respond. Just listen. Just take it in, and just take it in, and take in someone else's opinion and someone else's belief and someone else's thought on a situation, or, whatever this is, right? It's information that's coming to you. It's not hitting the ground. It's not poking at you. It's just letting the energy fly through the air, and that's it. So, and that's what's coming through here. There's a need to not stir the pot. I mean, for some of you, it could just be like online community, where you need to like I said, keyboard warrior, whether it's on your phone or whether it's like, on, YouTube or whatever, right? There's a need to kind of take a step back and listen. Just listen and take it in without the need to, get behind there and right? That's what's coming through here for the Gemini that I'm talking to, right? And here's the thing. We all have Gemini in our charts somewhere. You can be sun, moon, or rising, but you can have all your other planets. Maybe you have no planets in Gemini. You're going to have Gemini somewhere, right? So keep that in mind with all the other zodiac signs. We have all the zodiac signs in our chart somewhere. Even if you don't have a planet, Gemini, Mercury rules Gemini. Where's Mercury in the chart, right? What aspects is it making? What house is it in? What sign is it in, right? And that will... Anyways, that's too much astrology, but backtracking here, there's just a need to be open-minded here and not to stir the pot or react to what other people are saying, right? This is someone who needs to be like, what I'm saying is the right thing, and that's my truth is the only truth, right? That's what that is. So what's hidden here is the Ten of Swords. Right? And I see this as a good thing, right? And that's the thing. It looks difficult, but like I said, we're coming to the end of the month here where things can start to shift and turn around. So all this pain, right? You're just allow other people here, it's almost like karmic retribution, where you were the one who, I have to say this and I have to say that, and now you've got the challenge here is to let the energy fly from other people. Just let it fly. And maybe you left a comment a while back and now they're commenting on your comments and back to you in response. They're reacting to you. But this energy is someone who's not reacting at all. It's a 10. You're done. You're over. It's done. You're done reacting. You're done reacting here. This is a reactive energy. You're done reacting here. So any sort of cold comments, whatever, you're just allowing it just to dissolve. And you're ignoring it. Or you see it or you read it, but it's not affecting you. Because you're evolving and you're growing, and you don't need to respond or react to anything, right? Just allow people to vent and get it out of their chest, get it off their mind, and exhale. But just because they leave something doesn't mean you need to respond. Just ignore it or delete it or let it go, right? So, but this is something that you're not aware of, is that your ability to let it go, to let someone comment on your comments and thinking that you're right, will allow these people to comment further, but don't bother reacting. Don't say anything. Let it go. And you have that ability to do that, right? Because as the help here, right, there's a lot of pain coming through here. Difficult conversations are coming through here, right? But this has everything to do there's an opportunity for you to heal through the pain, through listening what other people are saying, even though you don't like what they're saying, right? So I hope I'm explaining myself, where you're able to listen. This is, like I said, someone who thinks that they need to have the last word, and thinking and knowing that they're right? But there's a lot of guilt and regret and sadness because you're losing friends and relationships and connections and whatever, right? So, but you continue to stir the pot and stir the pot and stir the pot because you keep thinking that you're right and your opinion is this. So this energy, like I said, if you allow the information, allow people to continue commenting, or allow people to hate, let the haters hate, so to speak, who cares? Who cares? That's their own negative vibration. You don't need to entangle yourself with negative energy, right? That's when you just ignore it and let it go, grow and evolve, because these people haven't grown and evolved. If you're still stuck in this energy, you're not evolving. You're still stuck in that, and that's fine, right? So if you want to grow and evolve, let it go. And anything painful they say, any sort of hateful comments, that they want to turn, it's like this energy here is coming back at you, so to speak, which is listening to what they have to say, which could be painful, right? It's this painful information, right? They're coming back and they're, stirring the pot and they're piercing your heart, and it's painful, right? But that's it. And let it go. It's allowing you to heal and realizing that you don't need, it's about taking the upper hand, so to speak, and just letting things go and not allowing everything to rub you the wrong way, right? Because we have now an opportunity here with the Two of Cups, which is these two golden cups back behind here, which I had no idea. This is like a reconciliation, an opportunity for you and other people to reconnect, having mutual respect, resolving all kinds of conflict, right? It's harmony and reconciliation energy, right? You're getting along, it's friendly, cooperating, right? You're making this decision within yourself to cooperate with others, right? Because these are twos. Twos are decision-making energies. And so moving into November, it's making that decision to cooperate and have peaceful conversations with others, instead of stirring the pot, Gemini, right? So this is a very specific reading for specific Geminis who like to do that. And I don't blame you. You do have Mars moving through Gemini until March of 2023. So it can be very difficult for anyone with Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or any planets in Gemini at all, generally going through this. Right. And I mean, like I said, we all have Gemini in our charts, but Mars moving through Gemini, you can get arguments up until constantly, back and forth, back and forth. And that's the thing. It's like, do you have the energy to keep doing this until March of 2023? Good luck. At some point, you can't do it anymore. It's just like, let it go, right? Because Mars is going to go retrograde on October 30th. So just before it wants to move into Cancer, the zodiac sign of Cancer, it's like, I'm going to come back over Gemini, and we're going to go through till about 8 degrees, and then it's going to station direct, and it's going to move out of Gemini and into Cancer in Aries season. And that's not until next March, late, like the third week of March 2023. So, I mean, you can either buckle up and keep doing what you're doing, and that's, it's whatever you want to do, Gemini. It's your life, right? For the Gemini that I'm talking to, there's an opportunity to evolve and grow out of this drama, because that's what it is. It's the energy. It's there. And you can choose, you can make that choice what you want to do with the energy. Okay, so let's just take a look here. I'll just dig a little bit deeper, right? I mean, it comes down to making choices. Do you want to choose to argue? I think not. Some people like arguing, right? So, and I mean, hey, if that's something you like to do, then keep doing it. Hey, it's right. The energy's there right until March. And it's just, go for it, right? Do what you need to do. Fill your boots, right? But other people, not so much. So, what do we have here? Yeah, in the past here, like I said, with Rido, this has everything to do with, for some of you, can be like a belief system energy, right? With your experiences and your knowledge, and you know best. And so you're the one who needs to, like I said, with the Five of Swords, it's your word, it's your way or the highway. And so for some of you here, it just has everything to do with the fact that there's a heaviness and the sadness that you've created around losing all kinds of people in your life. And who knows, through this energy, right? And some of you are having a hard time moving on because there's, again, some guilt or regret around foot and mouth syndrome is what I tend to call it, right? So what we have here now coming through, like I said, with this Five of Wands, it's darkness energy. It's very dark, right? And it's the constant, again, with the fives here, right? You're stuck in this fives energy. It's a repetitive energy, repetitive patterns and cycles of behavior, right? That you just feel like you can't get out of because it's every single day, and it gets heavy, and you're tired, and you want to keep doing this until March, right? So, I mean, I think not for a lot of people. And again, it comes across as you don't have any energy for this anymore. You're lacking that passion. Sure, you had passion here and you had all these things that you needed to say, but every day you're coming online, or maybe this is people at work, maybe this is your neighbors, maybe this is your family. It's just like, really? Right? It's just taking the spark out of life. You just can't do it anymore, right? And so, like I said, as the challenge here, there's an opportunity to close out these cyclical patterns of behaviors by allowing the energies to fly. Allow the opinions just to listen, or to read it, or to just, take it in, but there's no need to comment. Let it go here. Right? There's no need to be confrontational with this energy. Ten of Swords, it's the end of a chapter, that's hidden. So this is your ability, is what's coming across here, is what's hidden, is your ability to be able to let all this go, to just don't care what people have to say, their comments and their opinions, just let it go. And you have that ability to do so, because this person here does not give a flying, so to speak, right? So now coming here into this Three of Swords, right? So this is the help, the change, the transformation within yourself, the breakthroughs, the clarity, listening to maybe what you didn't want to hear at all, right? Listening and taking in other people's opinions and beliefs and ideas, and hearing them, and the comments or whatever this is for you, just taking it and taking it and taking it. And as painful as it is here, this is, like I said, a huge opportunity for you to heal and transform yourself by listening to this painful information, the pain that comes through the transformation of, you're not always right, Gemini, right? Everyone has their own truth. Your truth isn't the only truth, right? There's other people who have their own experiences and they're living their own lives, right? And they have their own background and their own history and right? You're, like I said, your truth isn't the only truth. And so there's a huge opportunity here for you to heal and transform yourself, your perspective, open yourself up to being vulnerable and taking it, like taking the pain, listening to it, hearing it, reading it, and doing nothing about it. Just let it go, right? Because yeah, there's a huge opportunity for you to heal, to reconcile, come together. And you know what? Maybe it comes down to the fact that you have to let some of these people go and maybe they've already dissolved out of your life. See this as a learning opportunity for you to create new friendships, new connections, new relationships, making the decision to have peaceful conversations here, Gemini, and to listen to what the other person has to say without the need to react or respond in any way if you disagree. Agree to disagree, and that's all. Right? There's no need to defend yourself. This comes across as very cold defensive energy, and somebody who's constantly triggered by what other people are saying. You can, allow people to say what they need to say, but let it go. I mean, it comes across as, who cares what other people think? You can't let, otherwise you're just going to go crazy. You're going to go crazy. It'll make you freaking crazy. You have to let it go. And at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter. Right? It doesn't. So here's the thing. It's just coming across as the fact to grow and evolve and listen to what other people are saying and take it. Take the hit. Take the pain. And shift your perspective and open yourself up to new ways of relating to others. And that's essentially what's coming through here for the Gemini that I'm talking to. Okay? So this is what I have for you here. I want to thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you found this reading helpful.